The debate over imposition of Hindi in educational institutions, including IITs, central universities, medical colleges, has taken center stage among the opposition as well as non-Hindi speaking states. In today's Point of Politics, we bring to you everything around the debate and how the print broke the story. So basically, Parliament's Official Language Committee, headed by Union Home Minister Amit Shah, in its latest report recommended making Hindi as a compulsory medium of instruction in educational institutions ranging from Kendriya Vidyalayas to IITs and central universities. At the same time, it also suggested that Hindi papers replace compulsory English ones in government recruitment exams and that Hindi be made as an official language at the United Nations. The report also says that proceedings of high courts in Hindi-speaking states should be in Hindi. It warns against government officials and employees who, and I quote, deliberately don't work in Hindi, saying that explanation should be sought from them. And I quote, in case of no satisfactory reply, an entry to this effect should be made in their annual performance report, it adds. This is part of the 11th volume of the committee report, which Shah presented to President Draupadi Murmu in September. Since the story was out, opposition leaders from DMK Chief M.K. Stalin to Kerala Chief Minister expressed their concerns over what they term Hindi imposition. On the use of Hindi in educational institution, the report says medium of instruction and other activities should be Hindi in all technical and non-technical institutions in the country, and use of English should be made optional. Indian Institutes of Technology, Indian Institutes of Management and All India Institutes of Medical Sciences are some examples of technical institutes, while Kendriya Vidyalayas, Navodaya Vidyalayas and central universities fall under the category of non-technical institutes. English as a medium of instruction should be retained only where it's absolute necessary, the report says, and should be gradually replaced by Hindi, it added. The Hindi imposition debate is now for the BJP to tackle. In the past too, it has come under severe criticism from various quarters in its bid to give Hindi language supremacy over other Indian languages. As the BJP is considered a party of the Hindi heartland in the southern states, which is currently in power at the centre, this attempt to promote Hindi has only given fresh ammunition to the opposition once again. Last month, addressing a program on Hindi Divas, Union Home Minister Amit Shah had claimed that Hindi is not a competitor but a friend of regional languages. Shah, who was in Surat to take part in the second edition of All India Official Language Conference, said only Hindi can be the official language of the country. Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan earlier this week took exception to the recommendation to make Hindi as the medium of instruction in all technical and non-technical higher educational institutions and sought Prime Minister Narendra Modi's intervention into the matter. Vijayan, in a letter written to the PM, said Hindi cannot be imposed as the main language of instruction in the higher centres of learning, as the country has many languages and a single language cannot be termed as the country's language. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister and DMK President M.K. Stalin also said that the BJP government at the centre was constantly working towards destroying India's pluralistic identity, and Shah's statement that Hindi should be the language of communication between states was an attempt to destroy India's unity. DMK's youth wing has now decided to protest against the move. The protest is specifically against the recommendation of the Parliamentary panel to make Hindi the medium of instructions in central institutes. The Telangana Rashtra Samiti, now Bharat Rashtra Samiti, has also strongly opposed the recommendation of the panel that the medium of instruction be Hindi in IITs and central universities, and has also written to PM Modi regarding it. Congress leader Rahul Gandhi, who is on his Bharat Jodo Yatra, on Wednesday said that every state should have the right to use its language, and if the students want to do exams in it, they should be allowed. The former Congress president said, and I quote, "A language is much more than simply something you use for conversation. A language has hope, a language has imagination, a language has history in it." Gandhi also said that every state should have the right to use its language, and if the students want to do the exams in that particular language, they should be allowed to do exams in that language. The Committee of Parliament on Official Language came into existence as a result of arrangements made in the Official Language Act 1963. It was set up in 1976 under Section 4 of the Act and comprises 30 MPs, 20 from Lok Sabha and 10 from the Rajya Sabha. It is responsible for reviewing the progress made in the use of Hindi for the official purpose of the Union. Discussing recruitment examinations for government jobs, the report says that compulsory English language question papers give the impression that English is more important and so they ought to be replaced by Hindi medium papers. And I quote from the report, "It is mandatory to work in Hindi in the institutions of Government of India. In such a situation, the necessity of knowledge of Hindi is important at the time of selection of employees. Therefore, the committee recommends that the knowledge of Hindi should be ensured for the selection of employees," unquote. And due to the popularity of Hindi, due to globalization and liberalization, it also said that it should become an official language of the United Nations. Proceedings of High Courts located in Region A, it says, should take place in Hindi and English. Translation should be provided only if there is a constitutional requirement as per the report. Region A refers to states belonging to the Hindi heartland, those that have Hindi as their official language. This categorization is under the Official Language Rules 1976. The committee has also recommended that more than 50% of the budget of government advertisements should continue to be allocated to Hindi advertisements. And I quote, "Advertisements should be published as much as possible in Hindi and regional languages. To keep the cost even, Hindi advertisements should be given in larger size and on the main page, while English advertisements should be given in smaller size and on the last or middle pages," unquote. The committee has also suggested that if government posts requiring Hindi language expertise lie vacant for over 3 years, then the head of the concerned organization must be held responsible and an entry to this effect must be made in their annual performance appraisal. Since the controversy erupted, some of the members of the committee have argued that the reaction from Tamil Nadu, Kerala and other states was misplaced and even termed some of the contents of the report as misleading, while maintaining that the report submitted to the President is confidential. A number of BJP leaders have also tried to justify it and claim that this is only a report submitted to the President, which is a recommendation. They've also said that wherever regional language is required, it has to be the regional language and not Hindi. These are some of the other recommendations made in the report. Number 1, correspondence by central government offices, ministries or departments such as letters, faxes and emails should take place in Hindi. Number 2, simple and easy Hindi should be used in official work. Number 3, invitation letters, speeches and moderation for any events organized by the central government should all be in Hindi. Number 4, addresses should be written in Hindi on envelopes of letters to be sent to regions A and B. Region B consists of the states of Gujarat, Maharashtra and Punjab and the union territories of Chandigarh, Daman and Diu and Dadra and Nagar Haveli. Number 5, the incentive amount given to officials, employees of the central government working in Hindi should be increased. Number 6 is provision must be made in the government rules so that those joining should know Hindi beforehand. The Secretary, Department of Official Language should establish necessary contacts with the various recruitment agencies through the Department of Personnel and Training to ensure this. Number 7, engineering degree holders who have adequate knowledge of Hindi or are capable of doing Hindi translation work of the required level should be appointed to the Central Translation Bureau. Number 8, the difference between official and colloquial Hindi should be reduced. Popular words from other languages and other loan words can be maintained without translations. Translations should be made simple and understandable. Number 9, the propagation of Hindi should not be a matter for the central government only. All state governments should also include it in their constitutional obligations. The committee should be empowered to review the implementation of official language policies in state government offices with the state's consent. The first phase should start from States A located in Region A, the report says. This is Neelam Pandey reporting for The Print.